Technically, meteorologists consider this to be the first day of spring, but in actuality, the weather is really not cooperating today. Look at the map. We've got a snowstorm marching out of the south and up into the deeply snow-weary northeast.
And in the southwest, a separate system is bringing heavy rains and possible flooding. Florida not being spared either. We want you to look at the floods there after nearly a foot of rain. But the big story this morning, thousands of flights canceled and delayed by snow and ice. It is forcing some, look at this, to take drastic measures and sleep at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport overnight. And that is where we find ABC's Gloria Riviera for us this morning. Good morning, Gloria.
Good morning, Paula. That's right. Over the weekend, 5,000 people forced to sleep, well, try anyway, here at Dallas-Fort Worth. This morning, many of them now back here trying to get out to get on a plane. One man told me his flight canceled last night. He's now confirmed on another one, but it doesn't leave until Tuesday. So this morning, working the backlog is the new nightmare.
Overnight, thousands of travelers trapped again.
It's just mind-boggling.
Winter weather causing nearly 3,000 flight delays across the country. Here in Dallas, more than 1,000 cancellations, leaving some here for their second day of torment.
We had to get the plane de-iced. We were in line to get ready to do it. It was going to take 20 minutes. We became plane number 7, plane number 10. Well, now where are we going to go?
Dallas-Fort Worth says for the passengers without hotel rooms, it will provide cots, blankets, and toiletries for those spending the night inside. And helpfully tweeting this guide to 24-hour access to food, newsstands, and for those who have truly had enough, something a little stronger than coffee.
I doubt we'll get out today either.
You can't tell the snow what to do, can you?
Far better conditions for more than over 200 on board Friday's American Airlines flight from Dallas to Oklahoma City. The trip turned into a nightmare, subjecting passengers to 9 hours of delays, stuck on the plane and then in the terminal the entire time.
People were obviously really frustrated, and there seemed to be no crew around there for a little bit. People were going into the liquor fridge, pulling out whatever they wanted to drink. It got a little chaotic there for a little bit.
Overnight, American Airlines issuing a second apology to those on board, writing, "We wish we could have done even more to overcome the severe conditions we all faced. We remain committed to operating safely and reliably." For good measure, adding in 25,000 bonus miles.
One traveler told me that the airline called him last night. They said, "We've got you on a plane that leaves at 6:30 in the morning." But when he got to the airport, the line to check in was so long he missed it. The weather is supposed to improve here. That's at least a bit of good news. Dan, Paula?
Gloria, thank you. It may be getting better where you are, but the nasty weather is now heading up into the northeast. And yet again, New England is in the crosshairs. Look at this collapsed roof of a skating rink. Across the country today, tens of millions of people are going to be affected by various storms. And Rob is tracking it all from Atlanta, where they have had a truly incredible week of weather. Rob, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan. Not just this week, the past couple of weeks have been very active across Atlanta, North Georgia, really across much of northern Dixie, sliding right back through Dallas, and they're still having their problems there. And now another storm cutting a wide swath of winter weather across the entire U.S.
This morning, unsettled weather impacting millions of Americans from coast to coast, pushing some cities already inundated to the brink. 11 inches of water in South Florida in just 6 hours.
I didn't think it was that deep, and by the time I realized, it was really deep.
Knee-high waters bringing the city of Miami to a halt. New England could get up to 8 inches of snow by this evening, a region that cannot take any more. Saturday morning, this skating rink roof in Massachusetts caved in, becoming the latest in a string of collapses as the youth hockey team was on the ice.
When I was on the ice, all you could hear was big noises like banging and everything.
This Missouri interstate turning into a skating rink overnight. An out-of-control Greyhound bus setting off a 30-car pileup. 40 people taken to the hospital. Rare ice and snow this week sending Georgia drivers into spinouts and ditches and downing trees across the state. Veteran meteorologist Glenn Burns at our Atlanta station WSB tells me the pattern of storms this week is unheard of.
So these back-to-back storms, have you ever experienced that?
I've never seen that in my life. We've seen some big storms that have shut the city down from time to time, but back-to-back has been unprecedented.
Georgia getting hammered with rain, snow, and ice, all in less than 2 weeks.
In the last 10 days, we've had 3 winter storms here, and the second one was a bear because it produced a ton of ice.
33 years Glenn Burns has been working in the Atlanta market, and his team of meteorologists at WSB have been very, very busy, especially these past couple of weeks. Winter, there are some freezing rain advisories up for North Georgia, but I think Atlanta will be spared the worst of this storm. But look at all the advisories across much of the U.S., really coast to coast. This is some incredible stuff. And now winter storm warnings have been posted for much of Missouri and through Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, now Jersey, Philadelphia. You'll probably see some icing later on today, and southeastern parts of Boston. Here comes the snow. We've already seen 6 inches of it in St. Louis, and we'll see anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of it in some spots as this thing continues to push across the north and east. Good news is tomorrow across much of the area, things should creep a little bit above the freezing mark. But it's March 1st, guys, and we're still really in the throngs of winter. Back to you.
Spring can't come soon enough. Hey, Rob, it's great to see you in Atlanta this morning.